Oh, he was.
What was your favorite car? Well, what is your favorite car?
Oh.
That's like pretty much my question.
The one that looked that.
What was your first car?
That Studebaker that looked like an airplane.
Yeah.
Boy, oh, that was really a nice car. The what?
Grandma, when did you guys get your first car?
Well, we in my family never had the car.
Never had a car?
Never, no.
Wow.
My dad couldn't drive, you know, which it was different with the way his leg was. That was where the way he was crippled.
Yeah.
So.
What's your favorite candy?
Favorite candy? Oh, I love Charleston chews. Or Charleston chews are really.
Chocolate or strawberry Charleston chew?
Yeah. Well, I like the big.
The original?
The big ones that you can break off. Big hunk. I like that chewy stuff.
You put them in the freezer.
You can put them in the freezer, yeah.
What was your first car, the one you drove?
Oh, don't ask that.
A Ford. With you had to have a clutch and no. Boy,
what kind of Ford?
We paid $15 for it.
Oh my gosh.
When I got married, my folks didn't have a car. And my cousin had just bought a new car and he left us rent. And that's a lie. He left us use it all day long the day we got married. So we went up to Willamette in New Trier High School and took pictures over there of everything. Oh, it was really nice. Oh, we had a nice wedding. Got married on Saturday and he was laid off on Monday.
What year did you get married?
1933.
And so, what was it like living during the Depression?
Oh, it was tough. But after I made $12 a week, so then I started. But then when I got married, I was with the store 2 years then already. So they gave me a $3 raise, so I got $15 a week to, take it now. Boy, you really get a lot for your money in those days. A pork loin, big as this. And,
Grandma,
boy.
Grandma.
You go home with a bag like that for $1. All your vegetables and bread and stuff. I paid a nickel a loaf of bread. 9 cents for a quart of milk.
Wow.
Oh, brother.
Grandma.
How much was it to go to the movies?
The what?
To go to the movies.
Well, I wasn't one for movies. I was always one to go out dancing and stuff like that.
Oh.
I didn't go to, but I had remember Dorothy and Johnny Corrier. And well, Dorothy and I went to grammar school together. And her dad was the janitor at the school. So I'd hurry home from school and change clothes and go back and help her dust the rooms and stuff so her and I could go and do what we wanted to do. So her folks with her mother and sisters and them always liked to go to Chicago. And they liked shows, and that's where they were from originally. So I would go with them a lot. I forgot all about them before when you asked me. That was one of my favorites when I at childhood was with Dorothy.
Dorothy Corrier.
Dorothy, yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, that was really. And we
Katie's got a
really were
question.
friends up until just a couple years ago. She
Really?
died.
Your whole life you were friends?
Yeah.
Oh,
In fact, when Carol and Dave got married, Johnny and Dorothy came in and helped with all the stuff because she was more used to all this stuff than I was. I was with the stores and she was with catering and stuff like that.
Mm.
Oh.
Grandma.
I had a nice childhood.
Talking into her bad ear.
Yeah, we would take and have our hot dogs. The schools didn't have cafeterias at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, they would take Dorothy's mom and dad went and they bought all the stuff at Kroger's, and then they'd recess time, we'd go and buy. They had brought candies in and stuff. Penny for a piece of candy. But I was with that family quite a bit when I was younger.
Your favorite memory about living in Baker?
With you taking and helping me with my cane. Boy, you did a lot for me. You really did. She'd see me walk in. Oh, she grabbed my cane and helped me up the steps. You were really good to me.
What about
You still are.
What about your cherry tree?
The what?
Your cherry tree when you lived.
The cherry tree.
Yes.
That's when the firemen needed cherries. Boy, and they were in the over there by the park in their trailer when they were building the new fire station. Boy, we filled those cherries up. The best part now, remember when we were in Tampa at Disney World?
Mm-hmm.
Not Tampa, but I mean
Orlando?
Yeah. And I couldn't get out of the airplane.
Yeah.
Here we went and sat down. Tom and Billy went, and Bob and I went in this other seat.
Do you remember that?
Here when I went to get up, I couldn't get up. And then they had to get a man to help me get out of that airplane.
It wasn't like a minute. We were there for like 20 minutes.
And then they wanted to go on the teacups, and Billy didn't want to go on the teacups. There's too many people in line. I don't want to wait.
Yeah.
And then going over to you poor kids. It rained all the while you were there.
It didn't matter.
Hey, but he had fun with winning all those stuffed toys and stuff.
At Fun Spot?
That
was Uncle Tom's favorite.
What?
Fun Spot. You're like, we're going to Fun Spot.
Yeah.
The what? How
long did you work as an operator, telephone operator?
4.5 years.
That was all.
Well, that was all right.
Yeah.
But I like grocery business better because I said I enjoyed the best. That's where I got so fat.
Sitting on your butt all day.
Where at the grocery store I could blame it onto something.
Yeah.
Where there are, but I like that.
How would you like us to remember you?
The what?
How would you like to be remembered?
Oh, that's like what Grandma Joe called me. The chunky grandma. And she was she wanted the vitamins for everybody, but I had candy and cookies and stuff.
How many cars
Now
did
you'll have to remember me as the oatmeal grandma.
How many cars did I wreck of yours?
Oh my God. Every time you turned around. Oh, I didn't have the car. How did that happen? Oh, I didn't have it. Brand new Ford.
Answer one question.
All of a sudden, you hear some, Grandpa heard some noise out in the garage. How many months old was it?
3.
Oh, here he was with Sander. And then he had prime coat on it, that gray thing. And it was a brand, oh, jeez.
Did you get in big trouble?
What?
No, I was paying for it.
He had to pay for it himself. That Studebaker wasn't as nice is that one that we had, that black one? Remember that one?
The convertible was a nice one.
Oh, it was a nice one, yeah. But don't you remember that one?
The
That we
51?
Huh?
The black one with the propeller on the
It
in the
looked
front?
like an airplane.
Yep.
That was, oh, we bought that from Pat's cousin.
But then you had
Tell them Annette the story, Annette, about when you and Dad and I went to out and I was supposed to have a date with a girlfriend.
The what?
First date with Judy Lance. What happened? When I called in sick, when I told her I was sick and that. And I was supposed to go out with her that night.
Oh, well, he always wanted to be with his mom and dad, and he still does. But anyway, he had a date with this girl, and they were in high school. And when she called, Tom said, "Oh," he said, "I'm sick." He says, "So I won't be seeing you tonight." And she said, "Oh." That was our April. So we went to see Aunt Helen and Uncle Matt and them in
Wilmette.
no.
Skokie.
Huh?
Morton Grove, Skokie.
Morton Grove. Here when we came home, the girl was sitting in her parked car by the apartment. He was sick. Boy.
She was not, huh?
Oh. But the one really beautiful car was this red Oldsmobile with black interior. And the one morning I got out to go to work when we lived in the apartment, the car wasn't there. He took it to school. Oh, I have to tell him about my other.
What?
When I lived in Florida.
Yeah, that's what I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
When I left Baker, I was on Title 20, and I wanted to do some work when I got down there. I didn't just want to hang around, you know. So I told Eden and Tom, I said, let's go down and see. They told me I should see if they had it in Florida. So finally, they said they'd go with me. Well, we went down there, and it was a real hot day. And I told them, I said, I'll go in. I said, you guys can stay out here in the car. We went to, what do you call it? Where was that town?
What?
That town.
Port Richey.
Port Richey. I said, we'll go to to their place there. So I went upstairs, talked, and they said, oh, we don't have a title like that here. I said, but I'll give you some information, and if you should get it, I said, will you get in touch with me? Oh, yes. So I gave them my name and all that. Well, I got to get up to go out, and when I went out, it's an exit. So I went out on this. When I got on that here, I was on a
Fire pole?
Fire escape.
Fire escape? Oh, you were out on the fire escape.
I was
Okay.
on the fire escape.
Firemen don't use that. The people in the fire use it to get out.
Well, anyway, here I was out there. I went to go back in, and I couldn't get in. It was lunchtime. I looked across the yard there. Here the firemen were on that property too. And they were looking over there. And here I had to start going down. And I said, oh my God. So I went down. When I got to the bottom, I had to jump, to get off of the fire escape. When I got to the car, Eden and Jen weren't there. So I had to go all the way around to the front. When I went in the front, here those two were sitting. Where did you come from?
Yeah.
From the fire escape.
You want to move the stuff
that
out?
was a.
Hi.
Oh, I'm still here.